Hello everyone, this is Ishita Basak, aka Tiny Issue, and in this channel we speak about the problems which we face in our day-to-day lives or maybe once in our lifetimes, and we try to get a solution to it. So today's topic is going to be a relatively common one. By the title you may have already guessed it. We all have heard about feminism and seen people around us speak about it. But do we actually know what feminism really is? I have seen interviews of common people, both men and women, standing against feminism, calling it a negative impact on the society. And upon asking them what they think feminism is, they say something utter rubbish. So, today I'm here to briefly state what real feminism is. It's not totally against men, but to stand with men at the same level, at the same position, because we deserve it. In other words, feminism supports equality. It's against the patriarchy and evil norms that society has set, which includes both men and women. It's against the mindset that women cannot survive alone and that men are superior to women and women are inferior in the society. We are against this mentality, this mindset, and these kind of people who have such mindset. There are not only men but women as well who promote patriarchy, and if we go deep into this thing, men are also the ones to suffer for this patriarchal society. Like, we have set the bars at such a level for men that apparently men are made the only ones to have the entire responsibility of the family, which is definitely not true, because a woman gives equal or a lot more efforts towards the family than a man does. But unfortunately, it stays unappreciated, and that's why we don't actually state how much a woman does for her family. And if we actually compare the things that a woman does and a man does, a woman definitely gives a lot more, to be honest, to be very honest. And also the statement that real men don't cry. Like, why? Like, crying is such a normal, physical behavior, like emotional behavior, which every human being shows. And if you don't cry, even alone, that's very abnormal for you. Like, you don't need to get that, serious that men cannot even cry, bro. Please don't do this. Like, men's mental health has also been a great problem in the society, which I feel like can also be, solved if there is proper implementation of feminism into the society. Well, the first step we need to take is giving equal chances to women in all aspects and not question them on why to work if your husband or brother or partner or father is providing. Like, that's peak patriarchy. And not just in work sectors. The amount of household chores a housewife does is also of immense pressure and sometimes a lot more difficult than a lot of the office works. Feminism asks for women to be treated correctly and not consider them as mere puppets. If a woman wants to study and make her career, it should be respected and she should be given ample number of opportunities just like a man is given. And if the woman is married and is managing her household, she deserves the same amount of respect as the man of the household does, because when he's out for work, she is also working for her family and children, because she is choosing to work for them, just like the man. As I repeat, feminism is not against any single gender, but against the societal norms which is to be changed. And how to change this, we will talk about it in the next video. But here's a few small ways. First, by giving women equal opportunities and acknowledgements in the working sector. Second, men of the families giving equal efforts towards their household, just like a woman does. And third, and I feel like it's the most important right now, so I included this in this video, which is letting women, especially the underprivileged ones, know about the basic rights and rules or laws set for them by the government. Okay, and a lot more things can be done, but I feel like the third one is very important. Majority of the women, especially the rural ones, underprivileged ones, they don't even know about the basic rights they have. And of course, a lot of people, they don't even report. Like, majority of women face domestic violence and things like this. It's very common for them to face all these kind of torture. Okay, and they don't even report about it. Like, I feel like they don't know the laws set for them by the government. So maybe that is why they are feeling scared, or they're afraid to go to the house of court to seek justice. So I feel like it's very important to let them know what they can have and what they actually deserve, and what the government has to give for them. As I said in the previous video, that majority of the Indian population comes from the rural and semi-urban areas, and unfortunately feminism has still not reached its destination there, and we need to spread it more and more, so that not only the women but also the men work for the betterment of the women and the society. And we need to learn the difference between feminism and toxic feminism or fake feminism. Using the concept of feminism for selfish reasons is toxic feminism, and we need to stay alert for selfish reasons and also a lot of other ways. So feminism states women to be strong, maybe not physically but mentally. But unfortunately, there may be a few women who use feminism to act weak and powerless. But remember, women are not weak, and feminism advocates for that women are not weak, women are very strong, and they can survive alone. And by surviving alone, I want to clear a thing. I am not speaking about ecologically surviving alone. In that sense, men can also not survive alone. Like, no organism can survive alone without the other organism. That's ecologically, and I'm not speaking ecologically. Ecologically, we all are dependent on each other, but I'm speaking mentally. I'm speaking emotionally. Like, speaking about the way this patriarchal society has portrayed women to be. Okay, like, totally dependent on males, on men, and that we cannot survive alone. Like, we cannot work for ourselves, we cannot be independent, we cannot earn money, we cannot make our own career, we cannot build our own house and own future, own life. I'm speaking about that. I'm speaking about emotional dependence and physical dependence. A bitter truth is that a lot of women are themselves either anti-feminists or toxic feminists. They do not want other women to have a better life than theirs. Like, I'm sorry to say this might anger you, but this is the truth. And they just want the others to suffer just like they did. We all cannot deny that they don't exist. We will all agree that women like them actually exist in this society. And unfortunately, there are a lot of women like this. They don't want the other women to have a better life, and they want her to face the same sufferings that she did. And unfortunately, this is something which I and my mom has also faced. Like, they are not having their best life, and they don't even want us, the other women, to have the best life, which I really want to have my fellow, beautiful women to have a better life. And that is why I'm making this video. I want all my ladies, all my women to have a better life than they're having right now. And let's just stay alert and let's open our eyes, because unfortunately there are women as well who actually don't want betterment of the female society. Period. But definitely, as we check the numbers, unfortunately, there are male assaulters a lot more than female ones. And the number of rapes, female feticide, infanticide, child marriage, etc., domestic violence, and many more are increasing, and the patriarchy is just not getting down. Men are still considered to be superior to women, and women are the inferior ones in majority of the Indian states. As I said, the society not only has evil men but also evil women. And the word evil is very gender neutral. It's always the good versus the bad and never men versus women. So, let's work together for a better society. This has been Tiny Issue. Thanks for watching.